Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayna, and this video is part of a series about how to start your spiritual journey. In the last video, I talked about the first initial steps into getting started, and now we're going to start taking a deeper dive into each step. Today, we're talking about authenticity. Authenticity is an integral component of your spiritual journey. Before we get into it, let's define authenticity. Authenticity is about being true to yourself and being genuine in your actions and words. It's about being real and not pretending to be someone or something that you're not. Being authentic is simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Sometimes being authentic requires you to remove certain activities from your life or person or people you've known for years or even all your life. Being authentic will simultaneously attract like-minded people to you and repel those that don't resonate from you. It can be a challenge to be true to yourself when you're surrounded by people who are different from you in their upbringing, culture, and beliefs. It starts when we're children, having to find ways to fit in and feel accepted. Oh, when it gets worse, when we hit those brutal teenage years with the constant judging and rejection, that's when that voice in our head is constantly saying things like, what are people going to think? What are they going to say? Another challenge of being authentic is we have to undo a lot of what we've learned growing up. Like, don't rock the boat. Don't be that squeaky wheel. Don't speak unless spoken to. For many of us, especially the people pleasers, beginning to be authentic is a struggle because we basically spent our whole lives doing what other people wanted, even when we didn't want to. Saying what other people needed to hear, not speaking our minds or following our hearts. You lower your frequency, your vibration when you're not being authentic. By not being who you truly are, by not doing and saying what you really want to. And lowering your vibration basically makes you feel shitty. And when you feel shitty, on the exoteric level, you plant seeds for illness and disease. On the esoteric level, you create blockages in your body that restrict blessings from the spirit, messages and downloads, activations, and most importantly, all the good things in life that you're trying to manifest. When we take the spiritual path, we're called to choose things in life that make us feel good, things that bring us joy and happiness. When you're being authentic, you raise your frequency. If you're on a spiritual journey and you're doing that inner work, connecting with your higher self, your guides, spirit, creator, universe, whatever terms you want to use, authenticity is a requirement. The spiritual journey is a journey of self-mastery. You cannot grow spiritually if you're not in touch with who you truly are and nurturing a healthy sense of self. Are you a people pleaser? I used to be. I used to do what other people wanted, say what I thought they needed to hear to make them feel better. I would bite my tongue if I thought I would say something to upset them. If this is something that you do, here's why you need to stop. People pleasers get used. People will use you to make them feel better and never take responsibility for their own happiness. When you're a people pleaser, you train others to put you at the bottom of the list and make them your priority. When you're not being authentic in your response to this behavior, you're enabling that person and essentially hindering that person's growth, whether they're on a spiritual journey or not. They deserve the truth. They need to be aware of the truth in order to better themselves if they so choose. Yes, some people may not want to change. If this is the case, I suggest you keep in mind that if you're a person that continues to feed someone's ego by telling them what they want to hear, they'll develop a codependency on you so that they can get that fix. When they feel down, they're going to keep turning to you to tell them what they want to hear because they know you will. Do you know someone who keeps complaining about the same old, same old? This happened to me. That person did this to me. Yada, yada.
Woe is me.
They don't see their contribution to the problem. They don't see the possibility that they may have created the problem. Definitely not trying to or even want to take the necessary steps to resolve the problem. And yet, they love to complain about it to you. Know that you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. And if you continue to be inauthentic and you keep or allow people in your life that love to bask in their shit and pull you into it, that brings us right back to you lowering your frequency, blocking your blessings, hindering your spiritual growth. One of the hardest things about being authentic is having to protect your energy by removing yourself from a situation or people who somehow interfere with your ability to be authentically you. Why is that necessary? Because when you surround yourself with people who do not share your values or the values that you've developed during your spiritual journey, all they see is the old you and your old values. When that happens, even though you're trying to improve your life and raise your frequency, the people of your past will hold you in the energy of your past. This stunts your spiritual growth and keeps your frequency at a low vibration when you're around them. What is it that makes you who you are? Just be that. Are you a big softie with a big heart? Are you a goofball? Do you like to play around a lot? Are you into unique art or a certain type of music? Do you like to secretly sing and dance? Who are you behind the mask that you wear to please your family, your friends, or your community? If you suppress a part of yourself to be accepted, please stop. Stop being what or who other people want you to be. Stop doing what other people want you to do if that's not what you want. So how do we start being authentic? First, be honest with yourself. Be honest about your thoughts and feelings. Reflect on what you really want and what's really important to you. Then you can start making decisions that are true to yourself. Practice speaking your mind and sharing your ideas. Start setting boundaries. Stop doing things you don't want to and start doing things that you value. Just be you. Do what truly makes you happy, even the little things. What makes you feel good? Singing, dancing, searching for seashells on the beach, roller skating, whatever it is, do what brings you joy and genuinely makes you feel good. When you do things for you, just because you want to, you end up feeling good. And when you feel good, you just might catch yourself feeling happy and content. When you're happy and content, that is how you raise your frequency. And when you raise your frequency, you start to attract more of the things that make you feel good. You attract more people that are like you, people who like similar things. You attract more of the things that bring you joy and happiness. It's the law of attraction. When you do things that make you feel good, you're taking responsibility for your own happiness. You stop looking for happiness through others and you find joy within. The world needs joy. And the gateway to finding joy is through authenticity. We know we can't change other people. The magic starts with you. When you have the audacity to be authentic, to just be you, regardless of what other people might think or say, you just might inspire others to do the same. When people see your authenticity, you're showing them that it's okay for them to be themselves too. And when they do it, they too may inspire others, and so on and so forth. When you're being authentic and genuine in your actions and words, you end up doing everything with integrity. You do what you say what you mean. You're exactly who you say you are, and you choose joy. Because you no longer do things that you don't want to do, and you're true to yourself. You do things that make you happy. Listen, the world needs the real you. Authenticity can literally change the world. Visualize this with me. If you're not driving, close your eyes. Now, imagine how things would be if your entire family, your household, your siblings, your parents, aunties, uncles, cousins, imagine that everyone was authentic. They're who they say they are. They do what they say what they mean. They're true to themselves, and they do things that make them happy. What would they be like? Now imagine everyone at work and all your friends. They're all who they say they are. They do what they say what they mean. They're true to themselves, and they all do things that make them happy. What does that look like? Now imagine that everyone on the entire planet was authentic. They all did everything with integrity, and they choose joy. Now open your eyes. That is the power of authenticity. This is one way that we can gain peace and happiness within ourselves, and hopefully inspire those around us. Shine your light for others to see, and in the process, you may help them find their light. If you don't already walk around as your authentic self, please stop worrying about what will they say or what will they think. You matter. You can make a difference just by being you. I invite you to take off that mask that you wear for the sake of others. Take off that suit that you put on to fit in and say, I am who I am, and own it. Because the world needs the real you. I am